You know, the lighting isn't great, but you know what? We're gonna work with it, people. How you doing? It's me, Blake. You don't know me because this is my first Booktube video. I've been a big Booktube fan for a while now, and I decided to sit down. I'm gonna make my first Booktube video. I'm gonna do a review, and I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna do this, you guys. So, yeah, I'm doing the Booktube Newbie Tag today because, well, it's my first tag, and I wanted to do something, and I gotta do my first video. This is actually created by Trina from Between the Chapters, and this is a pretty popular tag, and I've seen a lot of other up-and-coming booktubers and new people use this, so I thought it's a great place to start. And tomorrow I should be posting my first review, or today probably if I can edit it fast enough. So yeah, let's get into it. Got my notes right here. Where are you joining us from? I'm actually joining you guys from the Southwest United States. I don't want to get into specifics because crazy people on the internet. How old are you? I'm currently 18 years old. Why'd you join? I joined Booktube because I like talking about books. I wanted to expand my knowledge of books, and I want to meet new people. I know a lot of people. I know a few people in my life who read books, but also I just want to meet other people who read books. I'm very, I would say I'm very social. I like to meet people and go out and do things, and I like hearing different viewpoints and different things and just discovering stuff. So yeah, I've been a fan for a while now, and I decided might as well join now. It's been a while. Guys, if I'm going to join, do it now or do it never. What's the meaning behind your channel name? My channel name is Book Babble because you'll probably notice this very soon. I babble a lot. I go on tangents. I talk about things that probably aren't that important or are relevant. But I also named that because I don't want to just be doing, book reviews the whole time. I know me, I'm going to get bored of just reviewing and talking about every book I read. I want to do it, but I want to do other stuff too that's not just books. Or not just reviewing books and talking about books. Some days I might want to be like, hey, look at this. I'm grabbing a book here. Look at this book. Isn't this book great? Look, the pages are black. Why don't they do more of this? Oh, hit the camera. Why don't they do more of that with books? That's pretty cool. And I might just want to talk about other stuff related to books, maybe writing or authors or just random other stuff relating to books that isn't strictly reviews. What type of books do you read, and what type of books do you want to talk about? I read anything mostly, except for young adult, which is actually the books I want to talk about. I don't read enough young adult. I have a pretty negative opinion of young adult. If you've ever seen those Booktube videos of people being like, young adult sucks, and this is why, I'm one of those people, and I want to break out of that opinion. I want to change that in some way, because I know it's not true. Young adult inherently isn't a bad genre. It's not really a genre, but whatever. But I want to break out of that opinion, and I want to read more young adult. I've read a couple recently, but I want to read more and gain a bigger, larger view of it, so I'm not just so negative about it. 6. Who are some of your favorite authors? Favorite authors are, this is a tough one. Stephen King, I got into him pretty late, actually, not until sophomore year of high school. I'm a big fan of him. Neil Gaiman is a classic. A classic? A classic. He's a classic. I'll say he's a classic, even though it's not really a classic. Neil Gaiman, Alan Moore, I know he's known for a lot of his comic book stuff, but Alan Moore is probably my first, favorite. No, he's not my first favorite author, but I freaking love his comic book stuff, and he's a genius. Roald Dahl for Eddie and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, James and the Giant Peach, Witches, Matilda. Every other book that I can think of from my childhood that was important to me was written by him. Did I say Douglas Adams? Because Douglas Adams is probably the greatest writer who ever lived ever. I mean, come on, he wrote the 5-part Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy. That took too many times to say. If I was a better booktuber, I'd cut that out. But you know what? I'm going to keep it raw. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not cutting it out. Yeah, those are some of the people I really admire. Their work really influences me. So, yeah, those are some of my favorite authors. Chapter 7. Chapter 7. What's the book you last read? The book that I last read was Confederacy of Dunces. I just finished that. And, yeah, I'm actually going to be doing a review of it right after I film this video, so watch out for that. Question number 8. Got back to the questions. What are you currently reading? I'm currently reading American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I'm very close to finishing it. It's fantastic. It's amazing, and I can't wait to get to the end of it. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to finish this. I don't want this book to end. Question 9. What do you use for bookmarks? Really anything, although there's one really cool one. Let me go grab it, actually. Alright, I'm back now. There's a couple I actually use for bookmarks. One of them is this cool, playing card. It's just they use this scan stuff like to scan a deck of cards when you buy it. This is one thing I use for bookmarks. I use a lot of playing cards because I have a lot of those lying around. Like loose ones, I don't go to any decks. And this cool like postcard thing. It's got a lot of cool stamps on it. I found this just in a book, like in a secondhand book that I bought, and I just freaking loved how it looked. It's kind of old, it's weathered, it's been around probably somewhere. It's from California, it says, is one of the addresses on it, so that's cool. So yeah, I use that, but I don't have like a cool, here's a really special one to me. This one I really love using. This is a newer one I love, but yeah, I use pretty much anything. I don't have any cool bookmarks, ones that like, oh, this one's like made of like zebra hooves or something like that. I don't have anything cool like that. Question 9. I did question 9. Question 10. Sorry, I can't read and I want to start a booktube channel. Show us your to be read. We're going to have to go on a bit of a journey for that, so come along. Alright, so I don't have a bookshelf right now because I actually just moved into a new place, so we're still getting everything organized. All my books are on the ground, as awful as that is. All the books I want to read are currently under my my bed right here. I have them under my bed frame. Just a bunch of stuff. It's not too big because I actually sold off some of the stuff I wanted to read off because it's like, well, I'm not going to carry it around. And then I came around and ended up buying more books as soon as I got to a new place. There's one of these I actually already read the Graveyard book years ago, but I got to reread it. So yeah, these are just some books. A couple of these I've picked up since I've moved. This one is Bats of the Republic, which looks really cool on the inside. Freakonomics, biography of Bruce Campbell. I really want to read those first because I just got those and I've heard really good things. This one, the Neil Patrick Harris Choosing Your Own Autobiography, I've actually already done that. I just like going through it over and over again because it's so fun. So yeah, this is my to be read, and I'm sure it's only going to get bigger. This is not accounting for all the stuff I have on digital that I have to read as well too. So yeah, there you go. Alright, back from under the bed. If you jumped into this video at this point, you're probably wondering what the heck he's talking about. Alright, so question 11. This is actually a multi-part one, so let's do this. Hardcover or paperback? Paperback, definitely. I like hardcover, it feels fancier, and I like how it looks on like a bookshelf. But when it's a paperback, I don't know, I'm more willing to bring it places. I'm not as worried about it getting injured because it's paperback. E-book or physical book? Physical book for sure, although actually I haven't read that many e-books and like digital stuff and stuff on Kindle and on my phone and tablets and stuff like that. I haven't done that too much. I'm sure if I did it, I'd probably change my opinion, but for right now, physical books. Owned or borrowed? I prefer pre-owned. When it's brand new, I'm very protective of a book. Like, I'm going to wrap it in bubble wrap and keep it locked away in a safe on an island surrounded by lava and sharks and lasers and swords and sword lasers and lava sword sharks and stuff like that. Like, I don't want anything to touch it, like air or water or anything. So I usually have to buy my books. I also like pre-owned because you're not as afraid to bring them around with you. You're not worried if it gets scuffed up a little bit because, you know, it's already a little bit scuffed up. And I like that it kind of already has a story behind it as well as being a book by itself. So, yeah. Question 12. What book got you into reading? The book that got me into reading was... this is a tough one. I'm not sure because I remember reading as far back as I can remember, really. I've been a big reader since I was like a little kid. I don't even know really, but I know the stuff that got me back into reading was in high school. There was a class in my senior year called Literary Themes, where the whole class was just, you pick a book from a very, very large, like it is hundreds and hundreds of books long. You pick a book from there and it was assigned a certain point value. And then you'd read that book, you take notes on the entire book as you read it, you annotate it, highlight stuff like that. You'd write a very large research paper and an analysis of that book. And that was the entire class for one semester. And that really helped me get back into reading because during some of my high school time, I fell out of reading just because I didn't have as much time, stuff got crazy, I was concentrating on other things. And having that good, like, 50-minute to 1 hour period of time every day to sit down and just read and concentrate on that really helped me get back into the motion of it and get back into the fluidity of it. That's a word, I bet. And yeah, that class got me back into reading. I always loved it, but I just never gave myself time to do it. I always felt like I was too busy. And that class showed me that, no, there's always time for reading. You just have to know what to cut out, what to do. And it's 5 minutes of reading a day. If that's how much you can read, then read 5 minutes a day. And then from there, you'll always do more after that. Question 13. How did you discover Booktube? I discovered Booktube because I was reading The Strain by Guillermo del Toro and Chuck Hogan, the first in a trilogy, and I wanted to hear someone's thoughts of it. I realized I'd never seen like a video review of a book. So I went on YouTube, just searched up, The Strain of Guillermo del Toro review, and I discovered a whole community of people. I actually remember the first video I saw. I can't remember her name or her channel or anything like that, but I will link it in the description. I'll also link Trina between the chapters in the description too for giving me the idea to do this video and creating this tag in the first place. But I remember the video, and I know I can find it once I look it up. And I was like, this is awesome. There's a whole community. They just talk about books. This is the best thing ever. I want to do this. So, yeah, that's how I discovered Booktube, was through that video. And just from there, I've been an active watcher. That doesn't sound creepy, an active watcher since. I don't think I read as much as the people on Booktube do. I still read probably more than most people do. And I probably read enough. Like, I'm probably doubting my own self, but putting out the consistent book reviews that I will want to do, because I want to do, at least one every, 3 weeks, I think is my goal I have for myself right now, so, which isn't huge, but that's the goal I've set for myself, and I really want to try and stick by that. But I don't read as much as the people do in here. I don't know if I have the personality to make it on Booktube. I'm not sure what most people think of me on YouTube. I know people like me in real life, but I don't know if they're going to like me on YouTube is the big question. And I think that's going to be a bit of a challenge, is just also dedicating time in the day, dedicating time to edit the video, and dedicating time to do all this, and giving myself the, telling myself that, yes, I do have time to do this, I just have to do it already, or it's never going to get done. Because I procrastinate a lot, so, yeah, that's a challenge I'm going to face. Question 15, where else can we find you? Currently, just on Booktube. I do have another YouTube channel. I don't really use it that much. Sometimes I'll upload some random stuff on there just because, I don't know, reasons. I do have a Twitter and a Snapchat and stuff like that, but that's just for personal use. I eventually will make social media for this YouTube channel specifically if it goes well, and I think I should do that kind of stuff. But for right now, Booktube is my main thing. I won't tell you what my YouTube channel is, but if you can find it, and it's or if it's somehow linked to this channel, although I don't really know how, feel free to subscribe to that, but I won't promise any kind of content on that channel for a while. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is my first video, so hopefully this is gonna go well. And my first review will be of A Confederacy of Dunces, which will be out tomorrow or today, hopefully at the earliest. And, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.